Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the flex, don't mad. It's only the Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the flex, don't mad. It's so many to the Sunday magic. Random cars, go that shit. Jam is a bone with a flick on my wrist. Jumping in the chest with the team that I race. It's a woman now, I'm like back. Talk crazy, get the same with the chest. Hands to the right, when I hit him with the left. I can see all lights out, you smooth. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the flames, I'm mad. It's a winner in the Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the flames, I'm mad. It's a winner in the Sunday magic. It's like game.
US Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season. We've got a good lead strong between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Minnesota Vikings. On to get us started now, the kicker Chris Boswell, and we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. We'll run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. Here we go. Going for the first play from scrimmage, here's Burrow. Heavy rush and down he goes. Rashad Adams, the linebacker, recording the sack there.
Coming in is going to be leaning back to Moody with the up against this rush.
What we didn't know was that protection was going to come very late from the first play from scrimmage. Joe Dixon, and out the new Pierce this time run, maybe gets it back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No getting on the play this time, it'll be a four-minute situation coming up. Burrow throw. He's going to watch this thing go downfield. Contract enforcement, and it's intercepted. The Vikings are going to get up there as it gets us up to the 38-yard line.
Certainly took a shot to open this game, and the interception, but no lack of bravado on that sideline hat. And look, they told us before the game. They really remain dangerous offense. They take a few more chances. They open that certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover. I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Let's get down to Cook, his running back. And getting this just shy of midfield spot. They're going down there. And maybe even 10 is going to drive out that few inches. That'll be a first down. Now the first carry from Dalvin Cook. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave it with a 2nd and 3. The Vikings have 10 and 6 now on the year.
Struggling back up. They played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all obviously made that victory.
He's the best man on the outrun. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going over the Bengals 34-yard line. And this bring up there 10 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. That's a short one here, complete to the tackle. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field. Their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all the thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got back on the heels a little bit. Now go down for the touchdown. Yeah, you won the mental battle in the game, and that makes you feel close.
2 yards on the pickup there. It's 2nd and 8.
One advantage on the lookout and the defensive line because not only does he take up his space and let the linebackers run free, but he also makes plays himself, as we just saw there.
The last one got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Wilson. And he fires one. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to take over at the 2-2-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's got a little bit more because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their defensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get him next time back.
He's up to the 20. He's ahead of this one. Pass through 30. A game of right around 30 on a play that began way back inside the 5.
That's one way to get yourself out of a hole. They're backed up deep. And while this looked like a simple completion at first, he was able to create some space, and off he goes. Separation not just in the route, but after the catch, too.
Mixon with first down carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You know, Charles, if you look for this defense, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really struggling. They haven't won what seems like forever. But sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. They're playing 6 straight. It's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early. And if you think any reason that you take a tackle, make sure you have the back.
This defense for the Vikings, they put together a strong effort last week in a win over Chicago.
Now they're going to get a game plan and try to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times to your options, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide to keep doing it? Do you try to run it more? Or do you throw your quarterback? Make sure you see your guys open before you deliver.
That's caught by Wall left side. And he's going to handle Bengals first down. They needed 3 to double that. He got 6.
And that was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. Third and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. It was a good little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
It's Mixon on the counter. And he'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
No doubt about it. Really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive advantage outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. They did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9. He's got Mason complete. And he's got one. No doubt, but not before getting us inside the 30. First down there and a pickup of 25.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the defensive game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You got to cover him, too. That makes it really difficult.
Jamal Chase complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. That's now 4 completions in a row. And he bounced back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it effective, that's for sure. We all know interceptions are going to happen. It's a big trick. Don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball for it. Get down and out of the rotation. Give me a fresh ball. And let's go. He's got his offense to get again.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. it's Nixon. And now they're inside the 10 as he's going down to the 9. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
For first down, he nicely bit off. Pretty decent game.
This is a 2nd and 4, going at the 9. There's Burrow, setting up with throw. To Nixon for the check down. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. 7 yards on the pickup there. Now they've got it first and goal.
You got to use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. Get him catches and we can go. There's another one right there.
They'll give it to Nixon. And he will take it on in for the Bengals touchdown. Joe Nixon with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. As the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
I said, you just want to see what's at his homeboy. And it's like, bro.
And this will be a touchback, so they're bringing it out to the 25. Trying to shake off the interception for the last drive. He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. After 1-7-0 on EA Sports. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to end up incomplete. And this drive is almost over before it began. Thanks to a great defensive effort. Stacked up first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And too much juice, so the out-of-bounds incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. You have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
4th down, Corliss Wakeman now on to punt. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gives this one away. Johnson on the return. And he'll go out near the field and the 9.
A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Here we go. The Bengals drive about to get going. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter there. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
That felt like a trap, because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
From midfield now, Burrow. This goes out wide for Nixon. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Play action. It's Burrow. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts.
one area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
On fourth down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Now Wilson. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. Touchdown! Justin Jefferson. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Vikings are an extra point away from evening this one up. Boswell good with the extra point. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Johnson won't return this, so the football will come out to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going. It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier to shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. They snapped that at 1. Now it's Burrow. Open man. It's complete to Higgins. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Burrow hooking up with Higgins for a Bengal 1st down. Here we go. Mixing up the middle. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 42. Give them 11 yards and time and a new set of downs.
Here we go.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now it's Mixon running right. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. 41 yards on the ground for him so far.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Burrow. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down.
The drive had started well after a punt last time. Now it's slowed down a bit. And let's face it, they don't want to punt the ball in back-to-back series. They want a sustained drive on this one.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it and now fall incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell us end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to see
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
And some room to run now. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Bengals 17, Vikings 7.
The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the... He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Here's Wilson. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's got the connection to Cooper. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
That's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. A nice play design there with a touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real. After
touchdown, Vikings! Dalvin Cook with career touchdown number 157, moving him past Terrell Owens and into a tie with Randy Moss for 4th on the all-time list. And the Vikings get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25.
On one. Ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Burrow's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point, and now he's getting the ball to start the second half. How about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Darrell Taylor, the outside linebacker, dropping him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Play action. It's Wilson. Open man. He's got Jefferson across the formation. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Here's Wilson. Another one on this play for Justin Jefferson. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. It's complete to Cook. Touchdown. Making a hand trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in this third quarter. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that will make this a 4-point game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just already know. Let's just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Here we go. 11 Connie.
Inside handoff to Mixon. Oh, he bowls over it. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory.
84 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
On second and a yard. Burrow. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
On 3rd and 1, Burrow. Got a man, it's Chase, he completes it. He's going to have the first down and more than that. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big play that time on the catch and run. 35 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. A nice display of powerful running, but it takes him only to the 7. He's dropped there. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
11 MT.
Again, it's Mixon. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
11 MT.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And Mixon not going to get there. Running into a wall here, and they'll stop him short. Calling no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partners, a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they did an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down. From midfield now, here's Wilson. And he's got this to Jefferson. He'll get it inside the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 35. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a third down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On 2nd and 10, Burrow trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. What a season he continues to have defensively. Now a dozen interceptions this year, Charlie.
And let's face it, we've watched a lot of ball. But when you get 12 in 1 year, that's better than most careers, isn't it?
Absolutely, and you might be asking for a bump in pay, too.
No doubt about it. Running right in there and talking to the team.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They go play action with Wilson. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Boswell's kick is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
Well, you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Here's a give to Mixon. And some space here. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. Here we go. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
11 MT. Stop.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. And he comes back with one complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 29-yard line. A handoff to Mixon. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that's because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
From the gun on third down is Burrow. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Here we go.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bengals.
Jamar Chase.
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bengals have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And the lead is down to 4.
Makes the score Vikings 31, Bengals 27.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
Wide open receiver complete. A big play there for Minnesota. 42 yards.
When they needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Now Wilson on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Now it's Wilson. Incomplete, right side to Cook. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 20-yard line. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Cook is in. Touchdown, Minnesota. It finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it and catch it, and he gets it done.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
His back was a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
And some room to work. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Joe Mixon
with career touchdown number 145, tying it with Marcus Allen for 6th on the all-time list.
And the Bengals have got it back to within a score.
Ready? So that's a really big play here in the fourth quarter. And don't look now. They're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft and when they were lining up with our defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. Get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Touchdown, Vikings! A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Vikings are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage.
Boswell for the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. take it away after the touchdown. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way, oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Burrow. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Burrow. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Cameron Dantzler that time breaking the pass up. Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Vikings are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, the field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get them much. Maybe a yard, and that's all.